Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Abiodun once again, and you're welcome to Eden Pains. Last week, sometimes last week, yeah, it was last week. I did a video on a woman who was feeding, the husband, her waste, the waste that was coming from her body. And I promised that I was going to do a second video that relates to the same kind of scenario, but this time around it was glass. So this situation happened in Lagos, Nigeria. It happened specifically in Lekki. So, to cut the long story short, there was a man who, married a woman, right? Married, someone he feels that he truly loves, The woman had children for him. And somehow in the marriage, they had ups and downs, and they were separated for a while. They were separated for a while. So in the process of being separated, or the period by which they were separated, each of them had gone to be with other men and other women. They've dated other people, and he had also dated another woman, and the woman had kids for him during that short period. They were not divorced, but they were separated. So during that separation, they had affairs. To cut the long story short, somehow, because they've had, marriages, when they say children binds you together, children will sometimes bring you back together and all that. These couples' children brought them back together, despite that they've been with other people and they were back together. But unfortunately, like I said, the guy had children with the other woman that he met while they were little kids, had other little kids with that woman. While this other woman, the wife, now had done some very nasty thing with the other men, or there's a particular guy that she had a good time with. She had a good time in bed with this guy. They never left each other. So the affairs did not end, even when they came back to that marriage. The affairs did not end. This guy is actually a rich guy. The guy, I think he works in oil and gas. It was so the person that told me this story also heard about my channel, but he's a brother to the guy. The guy we're talking about, the man that is involved in this story, is dead. The guy is dead. As we speak, he is dead. He's not living anymore. But it's the brother that told me this story. So they came back together and decided living together. But the woman's affair, or the guy she had affair with, who was very good in bed. In short, the woman, as I speak to you, she's in Kirikiri, somewhere in Lagos. There's a prison they call Kirikiri in Lagos, Nigeria. It's in the maximum prison there. She's serving her time there. How did they get her? The man that she had affairs with, they didn't like that they got back together. So what he did was, women, they are easily lured. They are easily, in my country we call women's brain like fish brain. You can easily trick it and get things out of them. So the guy entered the brain of this woman and started putting two things into her mind and telling her a lot of things. We can't let this affair stop like that. Now that you're back to your husband, it doesn't matter. We can do this. We can still be together. In fact, what's the point? Why must he still keep living? Let's eliminate him, kind of. And the woman was enjoying the affair. She was really enjoying it because I don't think the husband was as good as the guy. So she was really enjoying the guy. She was doing the stuff and all that. They cooked a device and started giving this guy glass. There was a time the guy went to the hospital and found out from the doctor, because the guy is rich, so he was getting sick. And the doctor was like, in your stool, in your waist, in your stool, there are bits of blood in the stool. But what is going on? What's he eating? What exactly is going on with him? Why is he having? They did all sorts of tests, and there wasn't anything that could warrant that. There's no ailment that will warrant that the blood will be found inside his waist. So, and the guy he said he doesn't hit out. He just hits at home, takes food to the office and all that. So he advised himself. The guy is late now. This is a true life story. The guy is late. He's dead. It's the brother that told me this story. The guy was able to tell the story to the brother before he died, because he wanted the children not to suffer. I'll finish the story. So when the guy decided to put, cameras, hidden camera, there are some very minute camera that you never know that they are in the house. Cameras with mic. So he can watch and also listen, specifically to what is going on in the house. That's how he got to know that the wife was not done with the ex. That's the one that she had affairs with. And saw the process of how she makes his meal. This woman grinds bottles because they want to eliminate the man so that they can continue their affairs. The brother told me this story and I was like, what? You want to kill your husband so that you can continue with the affair that you are having outside? As in, what could be going on? Like, she's enjoying the guy in bed, and the guy was selfishly, because of course if the man dies, the man is a wealthy man. If the man dies, everything will come to him. They're going to get married and they will be together. So the guy was already sick. His intestine was already bad, So he recorded those things and gave it as evidence to his family and changed his will. He just wanted them to know that he is going to die, but at least this is the people that perpetrated his death or were involved in his death should not go scot-free. He recorded, he got the evidence and gave to the brother and ensured that his will was, changed to, the wife does not benefit. Neither will she benefit, neither will our lovers, or whichever person she marries, benefit from his wealth. That got me thinking when I heard the story, like, why would a woman want to kill or, eliminate her husband when she's having affairs. If you're tired of the marriage, why don't you just go away instead of eliminating the man, the father of your children? It now made me remember a particular proverb in my country, Nigeria, specifically my tribe, Yoruba. Yoruba will say, in Yoruba, I'll say it in Yoruba, I'll interpret in English. Yoruba will say, obìnrin bímọ fúnni, kò ní kó má pani. The meaning is that a woman has your child does not mean that she cannot eliminate you. That a woman has been with you for ages, for years. A little tweaking of their brain. That is why so many women, when they've done the unthinkable, you see them when they will be remorse. They will be telling the police officers or the investigating officers that it is the work of the devil, because they don't think right. They don't think straight. How could a man tell you, let's eliminate your husband so that we can take over his property and take over his investment, and then we can get married and be together? That same kind of man can even eliminate you as a new wife, as a wife. There are men that eliminate their women, their wives, just because of insurance benefit or whatever benefit they're going to derive from the death of their spouse. So this is the story. When I heard it, I was like, this is just unthinkable. The man is dead. The man is late. But the brother, hearing my channel, told me this story, and I was like, wow, these things happen. The crux of this is, or the lesson to learn from here is that when there's crack in a marriage, it's best to go and seek counseling. Go for therapy, go for counseling, so that both of you will be sure that you're on the same page. Unlike, coming together and assuming that everything is right, especially when you've been apart for a while. Because the moment in a marriage you separate and you came back together again, you are coming back to a totally different person. You're coming back to somebody you have not been with for ages, for years, and then you guys come back together. The person will definitely not be the person that you left. The person will definitely not be the person that you left. The person will be definitely changed. In very rare circumstances will you find the same person that you left. Very rare circumstances. So it's important to be very sure that the marriage that you're going back to is safe. The person is safe. The person is still the person that you left. Now, the guy is dead. This is a true life story. It happened in Lagos, Nigeria, Lekki. The wife currently is in Kirikiri, in one of the maximum prison. She was sentenced to life. She was sentenced to life because the man knew that he was dead. He's going to die. But that he was going to die, he wouldn't let the woman and the lover benefit from his sweat. He changed his will. He gave the evidence to his brother, his family, and told them to prosecute his spouse. This is the story. Please. And this story is not applicable to just men. It's not applicable to just men. It happens to women too. Some men are terrible people. Once they know that you are of a very great financial, your debt is going to be of great financial benefit to them, they will do everything to eliminate you. They will do everything to just let the person go, which is wrong. It is very, very wrong. If you don't love someone else, if you don't love someone again, let the person go, let the person be. Rather than, commit those kind of crime. And unfortunately for most of them, they don't go scot-free. The authority or the law still catches up with them. This is the story. Please, we have to be careful. What I advise is that couples should eat from the same plate. couples should eat from the same plate. Like I advised in the earlier video, if you have not watched it, please go check out my channel and watch it. It's pathetic that if marriage is not working, why don't you just leave each other and let each other be? Just go your separate ways. It's not compulsory to be together. Instead of contemplating evil and planning to, take the life that you cannot create or that you never even created in the first place. This is the story, and this is it's just a lesson for all of us to learn that in the Bible that I read, God said the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? The moment that you cannot know the heart of anyone, you have to tread carefully. You have to be careful. You have to know how to deal with people who have at a point become strangers and they come back to your life. You have to be very careful. They are probably coming back to your life to complete the job or the work that they didn't complete. They completed it for this man, and the man is gone today. This is the story that I have for us today. Thank you for listening. Please be careful out there. Relationships are tough. Some people are lucky. Yeah, that's good. And some of us are not lucky. Some of us are not lucky. We try and tread carefully. This is where I will end it. Please like, you can subscribe, you can share, and you can also send your story to us on +1 346 496 8539. Have a very good morning, good night, or good afternoon wherever you're watching me from. My name again is Abiodun. Thank you.